Welcome to Mystic Bohemian. This is a reading for single Sagittarian men as requested by one of my followers, subscribers. I just like to call you my tribe. The other sounds so clinical. And, okay, let's just jump right in. The card that came up for your oracle card is that of patience. We have a lovely ballerina on a beautiful throne in the middle of a body of water. There are koi all around her. She's not really in any danger, in any trouble. She seems to be slightly bored, but there's plenty around her to amuse her. This card is about patience. This card is about waiting for things to arrive in their appropriate time. And when manifesting and longing for, one must remember that other pieces have to fall into place for you to meet and cross each other's path. And frequently, there's a lot of stuff that has to be juggled around for that to happen. Now, while we're doing that whole patience thing, the overall influence of this reading is the Two of Swords and the Page of Cups. That's an unusual combination. The Two of Swords is a difficult decision you have to make. Generally, neither one is optimal. It's kind of like, well, if I do this, I won't ever see this person again, but at least I'll have that. Well, if I do that, well, then I'll lose the girl. You know, it's that kind of thing. So it's a difficult choice. You will get through it. You are a Sagittarius. You'll think it through. You'll find a way to make peace with whatever decision you have to make. This is what is going on right now in your immediate environment. These are things that may need to be addressed, do need to be addressed, will come up, that you should know about. And this is the projected outcome depending on how these things are addressed. This is the past, in respect that it will have an influence on the future. We have the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. I don't like to spend too much time on what went on in the past because you already know what happened, so I don't really need to know what happened generally. But I'm guessing that you were working, doing your job diligently, taking care of your craft, taking care of your business, looking forward to the things that you were developing, coming home to roost, bringing you the money that you expected, the success that you expected. And here along comes the Page of Wands, which is frequently news about enterprise, business, intellectual pursuits. Yeah, we'll see how that reflects in here. All right, Laurel is my dead sister, and she says this is a very convoluted reading. It's got data for two different sets. One set is in absolute turmoil and strife and probably heartbreak by this card. Feeling tied and bound, can't do anything to resolve the situation. It's the Eight of Swords. The person in the image is really not bound at all. Well, they are, but it's satin ribbons. So really, it's the mind that has the person trapped. So get out of your head and get back into this dimension, because it's not as bad as it seems there. We have the King of Pentacles, that's an Earth King. We have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Nine of Wands. Let's get some clarification on this oogie boogie mess. Because whatever that is, it seems to be over here and needs to be addressed. Because that's swords and feeling trapped and having a problem. There's the Five of Swords. Oh, that's generally a nasty argument. Then there's the Four of Swords. Let's hope it doesn't come to fisticuffs and put someone in the hospital. But it could send a person to depression, withdrawal of some kind. All right, let's work on that Eight of Swords first. See if we can get a little more data on that. Okay, this one just wants to stick to my finger. It's the Ace of Wands. Really? Okay. Aces are always nice. Ace of Wands is very nice, especially for someone who is over there thinking about business. I get that a few of you are working a regular job, and moonlighting is not the right word. Laurel says it works fine because they do it at night. No, it's not the same, Laurel, and you know it. But you're also working on a business of your own, a project of your own, something that will make you money. She said one guy is restoring a sweet hot rod. Hot rod? Yeah. Hot rod muscle car. Yeah, there is a difference. Okay. Anyway, some of you are doing both. And what we have is, well, this is all about the wands. Don't be stressing about the project. You've got the Ace of Wands. You've got here, you, doing your work. I don't know if that's your regular one or the extra project. This is you looking, making choices, being intelligent, doing your due diligence. That may even be you talking to other people about it, people coming back and saying, I like the idea. There's the Ace of Wands. That's the promise of this new enterprise. Here's the Three of Wands. That's negotiating, talking to people about it, making deals in reference to it, whether it's a good price on product that you need to create your product, or people who might be interested in purchasing the product when it's finished. That does not seem like a bad thing. So why are you so frigging stressed? Not enough? Okay, keep shuffling, she says. Sorry. The Knight of Coins. Okay. I have no idea who the Knight of Coins is. He's not here. Alright, we're going to have to go to the other kind of cards, because these cards are being rather obtuse. Some information on that Eight of Swords and how these other cards play into this, unless they don't play in at all. That's your idea? The house? Home? Oh my goddess. Is this that two thing? Two different readings? Two different groups, Laurel? Because that's stress, that's worry, that's, worry about your house, I guess. Toiling away in a factory, no less. I pull enough cards, soon it will all be clear. Okay, I'm going to go with two separate things here, because there are two specifically different things. We have the Ace of Wands, promise of a new business, news about a new business, maybe a new contract. There's talking to people, negotiating about the new business. This is you talking about the new business. This is the Knight of Pentacles, or coins, coming in with actual money for the new business. There's a trip involved in this new business. That's for some of you. The other ones are over here, bound and gagged and in their head, may even have become a recluse, possibly ignoring his job. There are people around him saying, really, you got to get over this. You got to pick yourself up, you got to move forward, and you have to get over this. The card of community is here, which in this instant I would say are people around this particular Sagittarius who's not happy, and we don't know why he's not happy. He's buried, just in case you didn't think so, he's buried in his thoughts. Cut that out. All right, so we got two of you going on. Then we have the King of Pentacles. Over there's the Knight of Pentacles. That King can mean money and investment. For some of you, he's a family member. I get very clearly that for at least one of you, he's a potential romance. Because that's the Ace of Cups right on top of him. Okay, just in case we needed any clarification on that, I have selected the Lover's card. Okay, so one of you Sagittarius guys has a new lover coming in. The King of Pentacles. He's an Earth King. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And he comes with the Ace of Cups. And that's probably what that Page of Cups is up there. That can be an offer of many things, but it can also be an offer of love. And with the Ace and the Love card there, I'm going to go with romance. You got to get out of those swords. Now we're down to despair. Just can't get away from it. All right, for the others of you that he is not your new lover or potential beau, he's a family member with, he's a family member who's going to tell you he's expecting a new child. Not really sure why that's relevant here, but somebody felt that should be, a cool announcement to make. All right, this is the Courthouse and the Nine of Pentacles. And since so much of this has been about business, I got a feeling here. Let me get a couple more cards. Okay. I want you to make sure, if you are forming a new business, inventing a new product, creating a new, whatever it is, app, whatever. Make sure you've done your research and no one else has the name that you have. Then print out the information about what you're calling your company and what the product is that it's specific to, and mail it to yourself. And that is a poor man's way of copywriting the proof that you created it on this date. And don't open it when it gets there. Just leave it closed. And then if you ever need it, because someone argues about whether or not that's your name, your copyright, you'll have that as your proof because the courthouse is there. Yes, and there is the spyglass. Not a spyglass. We all know what that is. It's a magnifying glass. There we go. reiterating what I said about do your due diligence. Might have to change the name. Okay, but for some, that could also be not so much a courthouse, but actually getting your business license. A lot of little towns, the courthouse is part of the city hall. Registering. What all of this brings is a tremendous transformation for you. That is the death card, the sarcophagus. It's Anubis, the weigher of souls, the Egyptian weigher of souls, the Egyptian god, dog god, and the tree with a rainbow going through it, and the Kabbalah's in it, and the tree is about putting down roots, getting strong, growing big. I mean, this is a very good card, okay? So the potential for whatever it is you're working on is excellent. Pay attention to the details would be my advice. And I'm really not sure what, for some of you, he's a brother announcing that he's having a child. What is the snake doing here? The snake and the sun. Really? Okay. Some will actually tell you they're having a son. And the ones that do that are coming up with the snake. Oh, wait. That, I believe, brother, I'm to tell you, he's having a son, and you have to get the hell out of your depression. It's despair. It's clouds. All because of the snake, and it's not worth it. Would you just please listen to him? You're exhausting the man. Just listen to him. Get off the frigging pity pot. Put your big boy pants off and get off the porch and run with the big dogs. It is what it is. It's been done. Walk away from it. Because you have to deal with the Five of Swords. You're going to have to come out of your depression. Crybabies hide in depression. Face your problem. There's a fox to be faced. That's a sneak. Okay. You feel like you lost that battle. You're not going to lose that battle. This is for a different group. That's that fun and having a good time group, and then that's this group. Really, Laurel, these sideways, segue readings are very confusing for me. And imagine how the people feel. All right. Five of Swords. That Five of Swords is arguing disagreements, possibly only coming to blows. The fox is there. Someone is being accused of being a thief and a sneak, possibly a liar. That Four of Swords. You need to come out of the solitude, the self-imposed solitude. There is a bridge to get you from Depressedville to a new beginning. It's there. There's a new beginning. You will have to address this. Hopefully you will do it in a calm and rational manner, though somebody feels like somebody should be slapped. I want you to be nice about it, okay? There is a new beginning. There is a rosy future. The tulips are very nice. That's also the promise of love. And then we're back here to the Wands guy. You got to get your head out of that because you too have a new business opportunity coming. There's the Wands up there. There's the King of Wands over here. Here's the Knight of Wands coming in. For some of you, this new business opportunity, enterprise, intellectual pursuit will actually require you to move. So if that was the loss of a girlfriend, bye-bye. Just give her the Hollywood wave, because that had to happen because it might have held you back for this move that has to be done. That Three of Pentacles is she just keeps showing back up. For those of you who are arguing, either this one is a fire sign. She's Aries or Leo or... Who's the other fire sign? Sagittarius. Okay. And just in case we weren't sure, the card of the main woman is here. And while that almost came to fisticuffs, or punching or scratching people's cars and actual physical stuff happening, there's still bickering and arguing and mental confusion going on over this broad. Cut it the fuck out, man. Move on. Tell you what, write her a letter, put it in a letter, put it in a drawer. Once it's out of your head, you can go forward. I have a drawer full of dozens of letters, and I'd felt much better when I was done with it. And I don't mail them unless I think it's actually going to make a difference. And generally, it doesn't, so just keep it to yourself. You get the Three of Pentacles, more discussions about business, more negotiations about business. I mean, you just got it coming and going. That fish literally means you will have enough to eat. But I think it's more than just about what's in your refrigerator. There's a transition period for some of you between your concept and the actual finished product, which will then begin to bring you money. And in that interim, the deal you're working out is that you literally say to somebody, look, I have to have enough to eat, okay? I can't continue with the invention without something to eat. So yeah, there's going to have to be some sort of minimal salary to cover my basic bills. And it looks like you get it, and it's very smooth sailing forward, just like sail right over this biatch and move on. Get your strength card. You have the strength to do this. Please, I don't want to hear any crybabies. It's so depressing when Sagittarians turn into crybabies. I mean, like part of my mythological hero group. Whining ones doesn't do it for me. Okay, you got the Ten of Cups here. Get over it. Get over her. Get over it. Get over your bullshit. Here comes the Knight of Cups. So, yeah, this? Bye-bye. You got somebody else coming in. Well, isn't that just nice for everybody? No matter which one of these stories you got somebody sweet coming in. And somebody's got, a new niece on the way, and somebody's got a new nephew on the way. And stop irritating the shit out of your brother who's worried about you and has things to do now because he's going to be a dad. You have the Nine of Cups. Okay? Those are your cards down. Strength, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Gypsy said, it's time to put the sorrow behind you, darling, and move on. And that's all you get, guys. I thought it was a pretty good reading. I hope it helps. Please remember to leave me comments. I cannot possibly know if I've made you happy without you leaving comments, because there's just too many of you for me to read all your heads. Be nice, children, and leave a comment.